European economic power is built on physical scale. This port is a primary gateway for the massive flow of goods that defines the continent's wealth. That physical trade is backed by deep financial infrastructure. The Frankfurt skyline serves as a permanent center for the banking power sustaining this prosperity. The concentration of that trade creates a massive pool of capital. Here is the scale of it: 33 trillion euros, that's 33,000 billion, currently held in private European savings. An economy sitting on a cash reserve of this magnitude should be able to fund any project it chooses. But the engine is stalling. The money isn't staying local. It crosses the Atlantic instead. This view of the New York Stock Exchange represents the primary destination for Europe's fleeing capital. The hemorrhage is constant. Every year, 300 billion euros drain out of the larger European pool and flow directly into American markets. This is the paradox. A continent with more than enough internal wealth is starving for its own investment. To find the leak, we have to look at the hidden barriers within the market itself. From the outside, the European Union presents a facade of total unity. This view of the Berlaymont in Brussels suggests a single, frictionless market. In reality, that market remains unfinished. Behind the banners, the trade bloc is fractured into 27 different sets of national rules and tax codes. For a company trying to expand, this fragmentation creates a wall of red tape. Navigating 27 different regimes turns a neighbor's border into a major operational hurdle. We can measure the exact cost of this friction. This highlighted slice represents the 1.8% of corporate revenue lost to regulatory compliance. For small enterprises, this burden is heavier. Without massive legal teams, compliance costs rise to 2.5%, eating directly into growth. The official data confirms the scale of the problem. This Commission report highlights a baseline administrative cost of 150 billion euros and sets a target to reduce that drag by 37.5 billion. This micro-level friction creates a ceiling. European companies are bogged down in local paperwork, while global competitors use that same time and money to innovate. While businesses struggle with red tape, the institutions meant to fund them face a different bottleneck. European banks are largely confined by national borders. Because the banking union is incomplete, capital often stops at the frontier instead of moving to where it's needed most. This prevents the kind of institutional scale seen in the United States, where a single bank can easily fund projects across the entire country. The resulting imbalance is stark. These 4 American banks carry enough weight to counterbalance the top 20 European banks combined. Fragmented banks cannot provide the massive loans needed for continent-wide breakthroughs in AI or green energy. The clues lead to one conclusion. Because red tape drains SMEs and banks lack the scale to invest, the European market offers lower returns. The 300 billion euros is moving toward the better return. To stop the capital leak, European leaders are preparing to bypass those national borders entirely. The plan centers on the 28th regime. This is a single optional European legal framework that allows a business to ignore national laws and operate under one pan-European code. This document outlines the goal: tailored regulatory simplification. By opting in, a company can replace 27 different sets of company and insolvency laws with one single rulebook. This massive legislative proposal has finally moved beyond theoretical debate and accelerated directly into an extremely urgent political timeline. The final work reached the floor of the European Parliament for formal debate on October 7, 2025. The legislative process concludes with a definitive vote in January 2026. That vote decides the fate of the 33 trillion euros in private savings, currently waiting for a unified market to unlock them. Europe has the wealth to lead the next global era, but unless it adopts this unified regime, its own riches will continue to build its competitors.